Well, hi guys. Bethany Drew here from Valparaiso, Indiana with Stampin' Up. And Facebook always likes to change things up. So it took me a little bit to get into the live today because I had to, it just was different. They've just changed things. It's not too bad, but I couldn't figure out how to turn the camera around. So hopefully I'll figure that out easily on when I have to turn it back around. I think I will. So hello. First of all, as I start talking and some of you come on, I wanted to brag and do a little advertisement for one of my senior girls. Her name's Abby Taylor. And if you look up on her, she's got a group, I think a public group page called Abigail Taylor, but she's making jewelry. And so I bought a couple pairs of earrings from her recently. And this one I think is so cool. It actually matches my outfit like so perfectly because it's got a little kind of similar green bead on there as I've got a minty green cardigan on, and then at the bottom, you can't really tell here, but the bottom it's actually like a light purple, and my shirt underneath is kind of like a purplish. So anyhow, I thought these were perfect for my outfit today. So check it out, Abigail Taylor. And she's a cutie, and she's making jewelry, and she does a great job, and they're pretty affordable prices, and I've loved the couple pairs that I've gotten so far. So anyhow, that's my little plug for Abigail Taylor. Check her out. And then today I'm going to try to keep today's video a little bit shorter than normal. I just want to show you a couple cards of the few that I'm still designing one of them, but want to show you and get you excited about the holiday retreat day that I'm going to hold. I've done this for a couple years now, and typically I've done it in November, but I just thought, you know what, I want to try to do it even earlier just because November starts hitting the holidays and people getting ready for Thanksgiving and then Christmas, and it all just tumbles down from there, right? Like the time just keeps flying by. So October 23rd, and I'll show you more details. I've gotten them written down as well. I'm going to do a holiday retreat day. And this is for people who maybe you don't even, I've had people who've come to my holiday retreat day that never come to anything else. People who don't necessarily usually make cards. But it's just such a fun day, and you can bring extra projects with you. And that means anything. If you are a scarf maker or you like knitting stuff and you want holiday things, you just want time to put together holiday gifts for people, this is a day for you to make some of the cards that I've got prepared for you, but then you can also just use some of the time in between to knit scarves if you want, make blankets. You can bring your own crafty stuff if you want to lay out a few pages in scrapbook. This is time for you, and it's going to be 10 a.m. all the way up until 5:30, so almost the whole day. So you can have breakfast at home at your leisure, and then I'm going to provide pizza as well, so I'll provide lunch and water bottles. You can bring your own snacks, and then your extra crafty stuff, whatever that is, whether it's scrapbooks or you want to bring more card making stuff and crank out a bunch of Christmas cards. That's kind of up to you, what else you want to bring. So it's just a fun day. We always have a good time. This year, if I get more than 12 people, I'll probably move our event into my gym. So I do have we made a big gym in our garage for the boys. So that's where I don't necessarily want to set a limit, as there's only 12 spots available. So if I end up getting more than that, 15 to 20 to 25 even, I could fit probably up to 30 people in the gym. So that would be fun if I could get a full house, and it's just a fun deal. So we'll talk about that more. Hey, Sherry. Thank you. That was real quick. Tried to curl just a little bit because my hair was pretty much just frizz. Still looks a little frizzy, but that's all right. I'm not one who puts product in my hair. But anyhow, let me show you a couple things that we're going to do at our holiday retreat. I'll explain it hopefully a little bit better so you understand what it is and what we do. But it's a lot of fun, and I hope that we can get a lot of people to come. This is a fun event to bring a friend and just have fun with a friend for the day. For you young moms, you know, have your husband take care of the kids for the day. And this is a good, fun day to have a break from distractions and having to take care of stuff. And like I said, I'm taking care of lunch and everything too. You can just bring snacks. But it's always a fun time. So let me turn around and we'll talk a little bit more about what the holiday retreat day looks like. I wrote down a little bit more details here. So again, October 23rd, 10 to 5:30 in the evening. So you could still meet up for someone, friends, or still have dinner with your family at the end of the day. And trust me, if you're having a lot of fun, you don't have to leave right at 5:30. That's just kind of an end time. So it is $80 for the whole day. But let me tell you, I'm not making very much at all because it's going back into product I'm getting you. You're going to get $50 worth of product. So that's some designer paper, a couple different kinds of ribbon. You'll also make 4 cards. So you're going to get to use. Now, you know, this is the advantage of coming to things like this too, because I've bought like $300 worth of dies and stamp sets and all that, and you get to kind of use all those things without having to buy all that. You're using my tools. This embossing folder is amazing. And some of these suites, I'll be showing you, like the whimsical trees. I'm going to be showing, my video will be just on the whimsical trees next week. But that is one of the bundles that you'll get to do. So some will be non-traditional colors, so like pinks and greens. And then some will be more traditional colors, but I love the neutral and just adding a pop of color with this one. We'll also use the deer bundle, so the deer punch, and that's going to be more traditional colors as well. So that'll be the 4th design. So you'll get to make four cards that I design, and then a couple like 3D projects, so that you can go home with a couple kind of gift ideas to give to someone that you love. So possibly a box or some kind of favor treat box, and then maybe like a gift card holder type of thing. So a couple things that won't be exactly cards. Part of your product, so part of the $50 worth of product is also going to be these cards and more. So you're going to get a lot more cards. This is 20 cards worth. And they're very, very simple. So it could be, you could even invite you and your daughter to do this for the day. Now, I typically try to suggest 8, 9, 10 and up. I wouldn't be bringing your little toddlers here. That's going to be distraction. And you want a non-distracted day, right? So if it's something that you'd enjoy doing with your daughter or something, make sure that they're just old enough to be able to kind of do their own. And we don't want the other people here to be distracted by other stuff too. So these are simple cards and pieces that you can use. So you could plunk together and I'll have a bunch of ideas. Sorry, somebody's trying to call me. These Memories and More card pieces are just awesome to put together, these simple cards. So they're so much fun. And if you recognize the card base, one of your cards that I designed will also show you that, hey Teresa, will also show you that these card bases, you can use other suites with it as well, because this is the one you'll be using this card base and then make a different looking card with that. So with these gingerbread and peppermint suite, these card bases are just so nice and easy. And what I love about this is, you know, if you're not an avid card maker and you're like, I don't know if I want to make that many cards, a lot of these things you can use in scrapbook pages. There's stickers that you get in it. So these will all be yours to do with whatever you want. Some of these are great scrapbook titles that you could put in, or just use as designer paper. You can use them with the cards, as you saw on this card that I made. I cut out, so I just cut out with my scissors this big star that says wishing you sweet Christmas. And then you could use leftover, because there's quite a bit you don't use for other things. There's that one. There's also, I thought this is a really cool idea, a cookie recipe that, again, you could put in scrapbook, or you could give away a recipe for someone and make this either into like a little tag. If you love baking for the holidays and you want to actually give the person the recipe for the cookies or whatever that you made. These are some fun things that you can use in a lot of different ways. But the easiest way to use some of these pieces, as I'll show you in this card and in this one, are just taking the smaller pieces. So these smaller pieces are like 3 by 4 and they fit right inside the card front. And these card front pieces, so again, you'll get 20 of these. They're already scored for you. This is already printed on there, so it's just so cute and easy. And then you can sort through your pieces here. You could put any of these fit right in the center of them. Now, if I want to add that tree like I did before, this is even a cute one. It's beginning to taste a lot like Christmas. That totally you could make a card and then give a recipe with, or bake something for someone. These you could turn into tags as well. So a lot of fun ideas you can do with these little pieces. Okay, so with this piece, I just used my scissor and I cut around the tree. So that's something you can do pretty easily. And then I think it was the opposite side of these that are the stripes. Yes. So on the opposite side of this little ornament are this striped piece. So all I have to do is put a little, and I will have some adhesives for sale too, if you forget to bring some adhesive, because that's one more thing you'll want to bring. So I'm just putting a little adhesive on the back of that paper, and it frames so beautifully, so you still have that scallop print that's printed on there. And then if I wanted to use this one again, I could just pop this up on dimensionals. I'll put 2 dimensionals here, and then these stickers, I liked the way the brown one looked. Your friendship makes the season sweeter. It's a cute little saying. And I just put that right over, and that's just a sticker, so you stick that right on. Super simple. Now I'm putting a little half of a dimensional right on there because it's sticky, so that it all pops up in the same dimension rather than it wanting to stick onto my card. And then I just stick the tree down with the dimensionals. And this one, I took my sticker sheet. Where's the other sticker sheet? There we go. And I suppose you could use, I used these 3 little stickers to add just a few little accents to that. But you could also, there's some stickers like this, so I could use the little stars here. So I'm using the stickers, and there's bigger and smaller ones. So on this one, I just used 3 stars. And again, those are just stickers. And voila, your friendship makes the season sweeter. You've got a cute and fast Christmas card that you could send to a friend who makes the holiday sweeter for you. And then I think that you get 6 of these little die cut that look like cookie sheets. So that all comes with these cards and more. So, and that's where these are stickers as well, the little spatula. Where did the rest of my stickers go here? See the little oven mitt and the spatulas, the snowflakes. You get 2 stickers worth of those, and then 2 sheets of stickers of some sayings and more oven mitts and stuff. So again, just showing you it can make some really quick, simple cards that I just put together in like less than 2 minutes, really, besides just my talking. So I don't even have the stamp set that goes with this. Teresa, do you have the stamp set that goes with this? It did look cute, the little gingerbread. They look like gingerbread cookies. And but when you've got all of these memories and more pieces, you don't even necessarily need the stamp set to go with them to make some really cute cards. So at the holiday retreat, I'll have all 20 of my cards put together and made, so you can kind of copy exactly off of me, or you can mix and match and do whatever you want, and then you'll have extra pieces to do extra things with. So it's just a lot of fun. So just to show you the one that I designed using the Memories and More cards and envelopes. Did I show you how cute these craft envelopes are too? So these envelopes you get, so you'll get 20 of these envelopes with all your cards too. So cute. Let's see. So with this card, I did some like non-traditional colors. I used some pinks. Blushing Bride, which is the same color as, and you'll get some of this ribbon. Yeah, the whole suite is cute, Teresa, you're right. I've been tempted many times, but I've gotten so many, most of the Christmas stuff. I just had to stop somewhere, right? Because it's all awesome. Okay, so you will get an extra piece of white with this card, because you'll get a scrap piece of white, because you will do some stamping of the pine cones and the holly leaves, and then I'll help you cut them out with our dies, because all of them match with dies. I don't know if I'll actually put it all together, but I'll show you the stamping that you'll do. So this is just fun because you'll stamp the bigger, this is 2-step stamping, so I'll just show you real quick. I'm inking up the big base of the cone in, what is that, cinnamon cider? Yes, cinnamon cider. And then the piece that fits right inside of it, that adds some shading, I'm doing the early espresso, so that's one of our deepest browns. And really you don't need to match up with anything, you just stamp it wherever over the cone, and it just adds some more dimension. And then you'll stamp, because you'll have 2, you'll have the bigger and kind of medium pine cone that you'll stamp and ink up. So while you've got those colors out, you'll also stamp the medium-sized one in the cinnamon cider, and then also in the early espresso. And then I believe I used, yes, Shaded Spruce, one of our pretty deep greens. And you'll also stamp the holly leaves. There is another stamp that goes over these, but I think they look fine just the way they are. Kind of fun. We'll wash all those off after. You will also stamp the berries in, and we're using Magenta Madness. So I'm just tapping it right on my ink pad, and I'm gonna stamp those berries down. And there is a die that matches even around the berries. So all those things will be cut out with these, our metal dies. And these cut out all 4 of those, but I'm trimming off one of them after it cuts it out. I'll trim one off so that you can use 3 of the berries around the holly leaves, and then just tuck one little berry up by the pine cones. Just adds a little bit more color there. You'll stamp your Merry Christmas in the Magenta Madness on a piece that I've already cut out on the Blushing Bride. And these pieces too will already I'll have already cut them into kind of chunks, because it starts off, this die is the one that matches with this whole Painted Christmas Suite. And so this die cuts out that whole background, but I'll cut it into pieces so you have little accent pine pieces that you'll put on with glue dots behind your pine cones and everything. So it's a fun little piece of, you'll do still some stamping and see how fun and easy it is. It really is easy to use these double stamping. And then I'll help you cut those out with the die cutting machine. And then it's just piecing it together. And that's one of your cards. And that will just be on this card base. So you don't have to do a whole lot to the card base itself. And the fun thing about, so these 2 cards that use that Blushing Bride ribbon, it starts off looking this thick. This is the thickness of that Blushing Bride ribbon. And you can keep it this thick, but in some of the cards, it really is just fun to, so I'll already have cut it in half for your 2 cards. And the rest of your ribbon, you can use it however you want. You can use it thick, or you can cut it in half like I do. And then you get 2 cards with 1 piece of ribbon because you've cut it in half. So that's the bonus of that. I don't have the deer card designed yet, but I'll get that designed soon. We've got family coming in today. My brother John is moving his family from the state of Washington all the way here. They're in Iowa. Well, they were in Iowa this morning, but they're leaving Iowa now and will be here by dinner time. And I will have family that I haven't seen we didn't see John and Christy very often because they were so far away. So I'm excited that they're coming our way. Little side note there. Now this is a fun one, and it looks so intricate, but again, the embossing folder does most of the work with this one. I know, Cherie, you were asking where this embossing folder came from. And it's one that I was gonna say no to, but man, when I started seeing more cards with it, it just is truly an amazing embossing folder. Because I'll show you, there's another die that cuts out the intricate pieces of the leaves too, if you want to cut it out. I will do another whole video on this bundle as well, but it looks really cool over designer paper. One of our fall cards for my fall card class was with this, and then we sponged daubered fall colors on it. So it's a cute frame that you can use beyond just Christmas time too. And where is it? Here it is. Okay. So this one's called Merriest Moments. Again, I will do a video on this bundle because there's so much more to see and to do. Here are just a few cards from the catalog shown with it. So you don't have to use that gorgeous folder, but it really is a fun folder. It has a lot of cute holly leaves. I liked the sayings in it too, so the stamp set is really cool. And you get the dies that match this too are pretty cool. What's even more amazing in this bundle, when you get this bundle, most bundles are just like a stamp set and the dies. Well, this is a stamp set, the dies, plus the hybrid embossing folder, which is awesome. That you're getting an extra embossing folder in with the whole bundle, and it's only $54 for all of that. That's a really good deal, guys, to get all those dies plus the embossing folder and the stamp set. all together in a bundle is so cool. So let me show you how cool it is. So again, that's called Merriest Moments. It's really awesome. I love it. So I've just used crumb cake as the background. And most of the time I remember to score them for you guys. I'll have the cards scored so you don't have to worry about how you fold it. And then I already have a piece of craft. This is our craft paper that's in that same suite with the gingerbread and peppermint suite. Now this piece is going to fit right inside this card, but let me show you how cool this embossing folder is. I think I showed it to you in another video as well, because I was showing you how to make the cards in my class. So you'll just put this in and it will emboss this whole frame and even the little dots on it. So I'm not going to cut it out. I'm just going to use the embossing part of it for this card. Now we'll run it through my Big Shot. And how cool is that when you take it out? I mean, goodness, the detail of it is so beautiful. And the white on the crumb cake is so pretty, isn't it? So, then as far as putting this down, you can use Tombow glue. You can use your Seal Plus. You have to be kind of careful on stuff that you've embossed. I'm trying to stay on the even parts. So just put a little glue or adhesive around the edges of that embossed piece. Line that up on your card front. And it already looks just so pretty. There's not a whole lot to do to this card, which is the amazing thing, that you don't need to do a ton. Now for this card, we will have some fun with some embossing. I don't do that all the time. It can be a little messy, but it's fun. So if you miss the embossing buddy part, it won't hurt you too bad, but rubbing this little powder over before you ink up what you want with Versamark just helps the Versamark and the embossing powder just stick to what you want embossed. So let's see, did I put the saying back? I might have a couple different options for you, because this thinking of you this festive season is just, it fits that rectangle really well. But you may want to mix it up, and I'm mixing it up because I can't find the other stamp right now. To be honest. Stamp that pine cone off there. All right, so I'm going to ink up the other one that says, "A Joyful Christmas to You and Yours." It's a little bit smaller than that thinking of you, but it's still cute. And I'll try to remind you, if you come to the retreat day, that you just want to, and this is the Versamark, it's just a sticky, clear ink, and you'll want to stamp, not all the way to the top, but closer to the top, because you want to leave room for that poinsettia to be down at the bottom of your card. So a little bit closer to the top. Okay, see, now you can barely see it, just that sticky substance is on there. And then we'll put embossing powder on it, which will totally rock your world. Love our embossing powder. And I just realized that the saying I had on the back of the poinsettia, that's okay. All right, so I just poured this. You know, if you want to use the little ice cream scooper, you can do that. But I just kind of dipped it right in there. Now that white embossing powder is sticking to the stamp, what I stamped, and it's sticking to my fingers too. This is where embossing powder can be fun, but a little messy. And then you want to close that up. Now it looks faintly like, it looks whiter, but watch what happens then. Oh, I hope no one was trying to, sometimes it pauses if someone's trying to call me, Teresa. I hope you're able to see it now without it pausing on you. But I'm gonna run this under my heat gun now, and we'll see what that looks like. It's so much fun after you heat it up. It looks so much brighter. So, hang on. Okay, so it takes literally less than 30 seconds to just heat that up. And then that embossing powder on there melts, and it's glossy and bright and beautiful. I love it. And kind of shiny as well. And then this rectangle fits right in the center of that frame, which makes it so perfect. So that rectangle die actually is in that that die set. And like I said, that'll be something that I'll have already cut out for you. Sometimes when you emboss, it tends to warp a little. So I'm just putting a dimensional on each of the corners of this paper before I put back in there. And then we'll just slide that right into the center. Isn't that so pretty? Love it. Just this crumb cake and the craft and the white is so pretty by itself, right? And then all you'll have to do is tie a bow, and I'll have a piece of this little gold twine. And again, at my classes and my retreats, I love to spoil you. So if you feel like, I'm gonna make that short. If you feel like you don't wanna tie your bows or you don't tie them well, I'm happy to help you tie. Always happy to help. And that you'll just put in the corner with a glue dot. So I'm gonna stick a glue dot on the back of that. Put that in the corner. You'll also get a couple of the little holly, there's gold holly leaves, so I'm gonna buy more of those because I'll probably need more. So you'll get 2 of the holly leaves that you'll tuck under your poinsettia. The poinsettia is something that you'll just ink up cherry cobbler right on cherry cobbler paper. Teresa, I don't know, maybe it's, I know you're in LaPorte and it's kind of windy there. It might be your reception. I hope the rest of you can see me all right. Okay, so that's the smaller poinsettia in the stamp set, and just stamped cherry cobbler right on the cherry cobbler paper. And then there is a metal die that cuts that out. And again, I'll help you cut that out. over with my die cutting machine. It's one you have to kind of I'll just show you. With these, sometimes you just have to kind of look at, there's one that looks a little bit longer to me. And so I find kind of have to find, you might have to, you know, you might have to go around a few times before you find where it lines up. But eventually you find the spot where it really matches up well. And then you just can cut it out. And I need more cutting plates. And after I've cut that out, we'll just pop that up with a dimensional. And you can stick your holly leaves. I think you'll get one that's a little smaller and one that's a little bigger. We'll stick those with glue dots after we get the poinsettia on there. I can put this further up in the corner because the Joyful Christmas to You and Yours is a little bit smaller. It takes up less room. And I just finished a roll of glue dots there. Whoops. That went hopping off. All right. Most likely I'll have these glue dots from like Paper Pumpkin kits out for you guys to use on the cards that I've got. Love glue dots. And those gold holly leaves just add so much sparkle and pretty to them, aren't they? Just so pretty. Love it. You can trim that ribbon off a little bit. And then I'll have some kind of gold, an accent. It could be, you could use a bigger sequin if you want, but you can add some kind of gold center in the middle of the poinsettia. Adds a little sparkle and accent in the center of that poinsettia. So pretty, right? So it doesn't take a whole lot of time to make such pretty cards. So that'll be one of the designs of the 4 cards, and then like I said, there'll be 2 more like a 3D type of project that you'll make, whether it's a gift card holder or a little box or favor, something for the holidays. I'm still designing those, but I wanted to get it in your head that the holiday retreat's coming up soon, because I would love it if you could RSVP by October 13th. And guys, October is just around the corner. Oh my goodness. Can you believe it? That, is it tomorrow is the last day of September? It's crazy. So you have a couple weeks to think about it, get back to me and RSVP, because by the end of October 13th, when this hostess code, when I close that out, I want to have ordered all of your product that I'm going to get. So your ribbon, designer paper, all those Memories and More card pieces. I'll want to get all of that for you before October, or by October 13th, so it can get to us by October 23rd. So that's my hope and prayer, is that they can all get there in time. So again, the retreat, you can Venmo me $80. I have Chase Quick Pay, so Zelle. You can write a check as well. There's a lot of different ways to pay me for the event. Paying early is awesome because I'll be ordering some of that stuff early as well. So highly recommend that you save your spot and RSVP soon, so I know how much to order for everybody. That would be awesome. If you have any more questions, just let me know about that day, but all the people who've come before have had so much fun. It is a lot of fun. I love having that day, and I will have other product out that, other retired stuff too, that if you want to purchase, I'll have other things out that will be on awesome sales. And extra scrap type of stuff that will just be an open free-for-all if you want to use. I will bring some extra things, but again, it's just an awesome day of uninterrupted fun with other girls who want to just work on Christmas projects. And again, whether that's cards or scrapbooking, or you want some more time to knit some scarves or make a blanket or something, you can spend the rest of your time after you're done making your cards on whatever else you want. So I just want to be able to provide that kind of day for you. I will provide also lunch, so I'll have pizza and water bottles and probably some snack type of things. And then you can bring your own snacks, but it's such a fun day. So I hope plenty of you come, invite a friend. This is the time to invite people and just do some fun together. We need more fun. Next week, I'll be showing you more cards using the Whimsical Tree set. This is the last week I'll remind you about Celebration, because tomorrow is the last day of Celebration. So I will tell you, this bedazzling paper was so popular, it's gone already. So if you're doing a last minute Celebration order, $50 or more, this will not be available. I just tried actually yesterday to order a few extra things, and I was going to get more bedazzling paper and it was gone. No. But don't worry, there's lots more fun choices. The Penguin Playmates are just really pretty purples, greens, blues, for some pretty wintry cards. There's more stamp sets still available. The Feels Like Home, the black and white beautifully penned paper is awesome for any occasion. Black and white's awesome. The sheep that I just showed you last week, the stamp set and the dies are still available, I believe. The textures and frames, so real basic background kind of stamp. These dies match a stamp set from the annual catalog, so that's with the $100 order. And this Dahlia, Delicate Dahlia stamp set, also with a $100 order, you can earn that one for free. Seen some really pretty cards with that one too. So make sure you look through the Celebration. You can check it online if you never got one from me. But place your orders now or tomorrow if you do want to get something Celebration for free with that. Because October 1st, Celebration is going to be done and all those things won't be available anymore, sadly. It just has gone by so fast. So if you go to my website, thedrewdaily.stampinup.net, the host code right now is 6CVZYZSQ. And that is going to be good through October 13th. If you are planning on coming to my thing and you want to grab a kit, search up the kits and bring some extra boxes. Or if you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin and you haven't done some of those for a while, that's the perfect time to bring 2 or 3 of your boxes and get your Paper Pumpkin cards together and make that happen. So I hope plenty of you choose to come with me to my house, October 23rd. Like I said, I'm not going to really put a cap on it. I'm hoping that I could get up to 30 people to come. So invite your friends and let's have some fun on October 23rd. So just let me know if you're interested and we'll get you registered as soon as possible. You guys have a great Wednesday. It really is a beautiful day today. And I will see you guys next week to look at some whimsical, beautiful trays. I'm glad you had some fun, Teresa. It's good to have this therapy, even if it's just at home, but it's even more fun when you stamp with friends, isn't it? So I know not everyone has the capability to do that, but I hope some of you can come on that day. So we'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day. Bye.